And welcome back to my channel, and this video is on how to find the area of a triangle. Here we have our first problem. It says find the area of the triangle with a height of 2 and a base length of 4. The formula for the area of a triangle is half base times height. And now here we're told that the height is 2. So this is our height, so we'll label this side H, and that our base is 4, so we'll label this side B. Now that we know that our H is equal to 2 and our B is equal to 4, we can substitute it into our equation. So we can do half base, which we've said is 4, times by height, which we've said is 2. So we've got half 4 times 2, and 2 4s are 8. So we've got half of 8, and half of 8 is 4. So the area is equal to 4 centimetres squared. Here we have our second problem, and it says find the area of the triangle again, but this time the lengths are different. So just like before, we'll write out our equation, so half base times height. And we know that this bottom length here is our base, and this one here is our height. So we can write out that B is equal to 4 and H is equal to 7. So if we substitute that in just like before, we've got half our base, and we've said up here base is equal to 4. So we've got half 4 times by height, and we've said here height is equal to 7. So we've got half of 4 times by 7. This means that we've got half of 28, because 4 lots of 7 are 28. And half of 28, in other words 28 divided by 2, that's going to give us 14. So the area is equal to 14 centimetres squared. Here we have our third problem, and it says find the area of the triangle. So just like before, we'll write out our formula, which is half base times height, and we'll label up our sides. So we know this is going to be our base, so B is equal to 4. But here we have our height, and we don't have a value for it, so we'll just write H is equal to X, that's what we'll call it. And here what we need to use is a bit of Pythagoras. I've done a previous video on Pythagoras, so make sure to check that out before, and I'll link it up here via an iCard, as this will help you out in this video. So we know Pythagoras says that a squared add b squared is equal to c squared. And we know our c squared has to be our hypotenuse, so we'll say 5 is equal to c, this length here our hypotenuse. And then we know that a and b, it doesn't matter which way round they go, so we'll label this one a and this one b. So because we don't know our height and we labelled that a, we'll just leave that as a squared. Add b squared, and we labelled our base b, so we know that that's 4 squared, is equal to c, and that's our 5, which is 5 squared. So a squared is add 4 squared, and 4 times 4 is 16, is equal to 5 squared, which is 25. So a squared is equal to 25 take away 16. So a squared is equal to 25 take away 16, which equals 9. Now if we square root both sides, we're going to get a on its own, and that's what we need. So a is equal to 3. So now we know that our height is 3 centimetres. So we can cross this bit out where we've labelled it x and put h is 3. So just like before, we'll substitute it into our equation. So we've got half base, which is 4, times by height, which is 3. So we've got half of 4 times 3, which is 12. And 12 divided by 2, that gives us 6. So our area is equal to 6 centimetres squared. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and comment down below any future video ideas that I can make to help you guys out. Also be sure to check out my social medias, which are all in the description box below.